I'm now joined by a former prisoner, Cody Lachey. Cody, you've made this decision to speak out about your experience in prison. What do you make of this latest data? Why are prisons seeing record levels of self-harm and assault?
Simply because of understaffing. You've got problems with drugs within prison, long periods of bang up. Mental health plays a significant part. There's a lot of prisoners inside with mental health problems. The simple fact is the Ministry of Justice are failing prisoners, prisoners' families and prison officers alike.
And talk to us about your prison experience. Paint a picture, if you will, of a day in the life of a prisoner in the UK.
I was lucky to be a cleaner on my last stretch, so I was out from 6 o'clock in the morning till last thing at night, and I've seen all these figures that have come out with the Ministry of Justice. I've seen them firsthand. I've seen suicides, I've seen self-harm, I've seen suicide attempts, I've seen the violence firsthand. I've seen attacks on officers, attacks from prisoner to prisoner. I've left prison, but prison will never leave me because of the experiences that I've experienced inside.
And, I mean, it's not just that. You say you were a cleaner on your last stretch, but you must have spent possibly up to 23 hours a day locked up on other occasions. What impact do you think that has on prisoners?
Being locked up for 23 hours a day has a significant, it has a detrimental effect on your mental health. We're social people, we're social creatures and stuff, and they might be in prison, but these prisoners are actually human beings. They want skills, they want training, they want education. They're locked up for 23 hours a day and then they're kicked out of the door with £46 and that's it. Some of them are left homeless. Some of them are people who are going to prison having never taken drugs in their life and are leaving drug addicts or worse in body bags. It's disgusting.
And talk a bit more about the transition period between jail and settling back into everyday life. Is there any kind of help or support given to you?
I can only speak about my experience personally, and I left prison 5 months ago. When I left, the day I left prison, they gave me £46, £5.20 for a bus, and that was it. I was kicked out the door, and that was it. There was no ask about, have you got somewhere to go, and everything else. Like I say, the transition period, there was no resettlement. There are some great foundations out there that are trying to help prisoners, and they're actually charities and stuff, and they do a fantastic job at trying to gain employment, skills and training for prisoners so they stand a second chance in society. The Ministry of Justice are breaking prisoners, families, and what they're putting prison officers through, to be honest, is disgusting. I have a lot of compassion for prison officers. I think they do a very difficult job, and I think the Ministry of Justice tried to silence them and stop them carrying out industrial action, as we saw in the High Court last week.
All right, Cody Lachey, unfortunately we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you very much for talking to us this evening. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.